I'm connected with Emkay Global lead economist Madhavi Arora. Madhavi, hi, good evening and welcome to the show. Your comment on the name, Sanjay Malhotra.
Very interesting choice. So we were expecting, some government bureaucrat to probably fill the position, and pretty much in line on those thought process. And I think everybody in the market is looking for continuity. From the RBI stance, obviously he has a difficult task to manage because now we're getting into a stage where the Indian economy is pretty much getting in a stagflationary state, where growth is sort of falling or looking to remain weak, while inflation is still pretty much, hovering close to around 5% plus mark. And at the same time, the global winds are changing. We no longer are expecting, policymakers in the West, led by the US Fed, cut rates aggressively, which could give them enough window to actually act to support domestic growth. So I think external factors are very different from what they were 6 months ago or 1 year ago. So clearly he's entering this system with new risks and new, especially FX-led risk, which probably he'll have to manage as he gets on board.
I'm also joined by Carnelian Asset Management founder Vikas Khemani. Vikas, good evening and welcome to the show. What is going to be your take on the name?
I think, I'm sure a lot of diligence has gone behind selecting this name. And fact that he comes from a very good background, same IS cadre, and part of the, he's been the Revenue Secretary. So I'm sure, he understands this. And we have had many such instances. Mr. Das also comes from a similar background. So I have no doubt. I'm sure, he will also do a great job, and we look forward to see how his thought process are. But, in general, I'm kind of neutral to positive about the move.
All right, let's also get connected with Elara Capital economist and senior vice president Garima Kapoor. Garima, hi, good evening and welcome to the show. All right, let's list out the few challenges in the initial stages that the new RBI governor, whose name has been announced, might experience or might will have to go through.
See, broadly speaking, one, of course, there is a continuity from the fact that he understands the dynamics of the economy. He comes from the finance ministry, and like the former governor, Das probably understands the challenges of maintaining the dual mandate in terms of maintaining inflation such that it does not compromise growth. The immediate challenge, in my view, would be a completely new team. So Dr. Michael Patra, basically replacement news, or I should say advertisement, is already out. So his deputy, who will probably be guiding him in the monetary policy conduct, will be new, number one. Number two, the MPC members are also formalized new. And so that, I think, will mean that except for Dr. Rajiv Ranjan, who will be the old hat in the MPC, all the members would be new. Now, while this will not specifically be a challenge, what this could do is it could change the face or completely change the way MPC is reviewing the current mandate. Remember, the latest policy by the vote of 4:2 had voted for a pause, which was earlier 4:1. So I think the inclination towards managing economy's challenges in terms of slowdown could be slightly higher than that of managing inflation, which currently has purely been driven by food, and core inflation has been completely within its control, largely reflecting that probably economy is operating below potential. Also, another good point about the Revenue Secretary Sanjay Malhotra is also that he's been very dynamic as a person. So he has often, as a Revenue Secretary, given a view that it's important to keep the interests of the economy ahead of the interests of the revenue in that the department needs to earn. So there is a fair bit of dynamism in him as well. But I think broadly, finance ministry officials, the history of this country has indicated that IS officers or those belonging to IS cadre have done relatively better job at in the helm of RBI than probably lateral placements that we have had in the past.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.